Dude, getting shot is like one of my biggest fears, and it's like irrational. I'm definitely not, I don't live a life where I'm like, should be scared of getting shot. But it's like one of the most reoccurring nightmares I have.
I don't know. Where are you more likely to get shot, Houston or Chicago?
Well, that's a tough one.
Chicago, River North, or wherever you were in Houston.
Probably Houston now because of all the shit that I've talked about it. Like that's, now I have a real fear of actually getting shot if I go to Houston.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin.
Welcome back to the Party with Strategy podcast. Very special guest today. I'm excited to have this man on. I was recently on his podcast, and I found out a lot about you that I didn't know, and it was inspiring, and I respect who you are and what you do so much more after just like sitting and having a conversation with you. And that's kind of the beauty of this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us today. We got Matt from Sad Boy Radio.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for having me, and like just your kind words, bro. That means a lot for sure. But yeah, you know.
Isn't it dope though? Like, you know, even if nobody, you know, I don't become fucking Joe Rogan from this. It's just still, I feel like it's a necessity for me at this point, because it really does get me to put my phone down and sit and look at somebody in the face and speak with them. And if I wasn't doing that regularly, weekly for this, I don't think I would do it much.
Yeah. No, I feel that for sure. And I tell people that all the time, like, so my friends, when we go out, right, they have this idea of me that I'm not this super social person. Because when I do go out, I'm kind of on my phone. Like, I'll talk to people when I need to, but I'm not going to go in and have an in-depth conversation. You know, that's not the vibes when you're outside.
Yeah.
And my homie is like, you're not that social. He's like, how do you do this? I'm like, bro, when I'm doing Sad Boy Radio, that's a different person, bro. You know, it becomes a whole different thing. And being able to have open conversations with people about things that have happened to them and just learn about them, like, there's just something, like, there's a beauty to that, you know, especially because then you post it online and you see hundreds of thousands of people like, damn, I felt that.
Yeah. And did you get into doing a podcast from listening to podcasts?
Nah, hell no. I never even listened to podcasts for real. The people I was listening to, I guess it was the podcast before a podcast. It was radio interviews.
Okay.
You know, you listen to Angie Martinez, you listen to Ebro in the Morning, The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club I wasn't even big on for real. I was big on Ebro in the Morning. And it was off of like the Chris Brown interview, the Ed Sheeran interview, where you start to hear the stories about their lives and the stories that led to the creation of all this music, right? So that's why when I introduce myself to people, it's having a conversation through the universal language of music. You're taking lyrics from songs, you're taking experiences from people that have already made music about this, and you're relating it back to not only your life, but the life of the person who's on the show, and wherever, like, whoever feels that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, I mean, your favorite song, Hey Ladies, right? The girls love that shit in the club because for some reason they relate to it.
They do love Hey Ladies. I'm never going to live this down. I was just telling my boys, like, I have committed full-on warfare against Hey Ladies. Like, I can never go back. I can never play that song
Why you
again.
hate that song so much?
I don't hate it by any means, but it's just like a reference in the DJ world to like a song that we have to play. It works every time. Like you said, like, they love it. Why wouldn't you play it? It works. But after playing it for 12 years straight, every time you DJ, you start to wonder, like, could I even do it without this song and all of the other ones that are just those songs that feed the crowd like that? Like, I don't know. I waged warfare against Hey Ladies on accident.
Was that like a song? Because you used to DJ at the strip clubs, obviously, right?
In Houston, I played at a strip club, yeah.
So you had to play that song like every night for sure?
Even not at the strip clubs. Like, just Bro, me and Dolo just talked about this. Like, it came out in 2012. 13 years since it came out. Like, I've played that song because it works. It's just so good.
What's the other one? There's Fuck It Up for the Birthday Bitch.
The Trap Beckham, or you're talking 2 Chainz?
I think it's 2 Chainz. Yeah.
She got a big booty song.
No, that's the birthday song.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the one
Fuck
time
It
for
Up.
the birthday.
That's
bitch.
Trap Beckham.
Oh, see, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
okay,
actually
okay.
know the song or nothing.
Okay.
I just
Right.
every time I hear this shit, come on.
One time for the birthday. Yeah. Banger.
That's your
Works
favorite
every
song or
time.
what?
Bro, I feel like a new man being able to go to work and not be shackled by ladies. Does that make any sense?
I think you just really hate that song at this point. But you know,
I don't hate it. I made a joke at first because it's something that like every DJ would get. Every open format DJ, everyone that's like playing for the masses in their cities understands that ladies is a absolute must. And by saying that I've been DJing for the last 225 days and I haven't played ladies,
that's a good accomplishment.
it's kind of impressive. I don't want to, toot my own horn here, but it saying it makes sense to people. So I said it as a joke, but now I lean fully in. I'm pot committed.
Hey man, when I saw you at Celeste, where was the cowbell? You had your shirt on. You didn't have a square in your hand. Like,
what time were you there, bro? You were there kind of early. I only saw you for a second.
It wasn't.
You like came to check. You didn't even come back. You came to. You said what's up.
It's because my homie's dad had a table upstairs. And then I had somebody pull up, and it became.
You see, I could have been shirtless, smoking a square, banging on the cowbell. You wouldn't have seen it. You only checked in for a second, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty early. It was like 12. Bro, it was like 12. I chugged my cut water, went inside. I show up, there's fucking Vegas moms, lemon drops. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a party.
Yeah.
What they have a table for? Were they celebrating?
It was my homie's dad's birthday. So my homie's dad turned, I don't even know how old that dude is, but that man's, he loves to be outside.
Does he love house music? Like, is there I imagine if he booked a table for his birthday at Celeste on the top floor, he's got to enjoy the music.
Yeah,
right?
That's what they're into. They're into like house, EDM. I mean, I'm sure hip hop and all that, but yeah, their thing is like EDM house. I'm like, so whenever where'd we go or where'd they go? I think they went to Spy Bar. They went to Spy Bar one time, and it was like $30 to get in. I'm like, I'm straight. I'm not paying $30 to get into Spy Bar. Come on.
Why do you say it like that? Like, where would you have spent $30 to get inside of?
I don't think I'm spending $30 to get in nowhere at this point. At this point, I'm like, I know too many DJs to be going outside and be like, hey, I'm going to willingly spend $30 right at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go anywhere and it's probably cheaper than $30 anyways. You got to be, it's one of those things where like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're fucked up, you still want to be outside, but like there's no good options, so you're like, okay, I might spend the $30, but usually I'm gonna tell the homie, I'm like, if you want to go, you're paying for this shit. Yeah.
There does come a point where you don't have to pay 30 to get in. You know enough people, you can just go somewhere else and party somewhere else and have a good time. And like, maybe if you even really wanted to get in, you could have talked your way out of the $30 cover. I feel like you got spunk.
Nah, man, I don't be dropping that shit. When I go out, I'm not the guy that's gonna be like, I'm a sad boy radio. Like, come on.
But you always got the shirt on.
Nah, lately I haven't even been wearing it a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have like a patch on your jacket? I feel like I saw the logo when I saw you on Friday.
No, you didn't see. No, I wasn't wearing nothing. I was
Maybe
wearing a white button up and a little like zipper jacket.
Okay, yeah, I just saw your face and that's what I see.
You saw the logo.
I saw the logo.
Yeah, no, I haven't really been wearing it out, but I definitely will next time to Celeste, and I'll be like, I'm with Party, I'm with Strategy.
You should, yeah, bro. That's one thing I will say about Celeste. They take care of our people at the door because there's no real guest list. Like I can't tell them to write someone's name down like they just kind of go by everyone's word, and he's good at that shit.
Does Omar got a son
I
named
think
Omar?
No, you're thinking of the promoter Omar.
Okay.
You're thinking of Omar G.
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
his
thinking
dad.
about. Yeah. But I don't know them. My homie just used to get haircuts from the son. I think the son cuts hair, right, or some shit.
That I don't know.
See, I don't know shit, bro.
No, yeah, they do. They take care of mine and Heavy's people though. So
noted. My boy loves Celeste. So
I got a key word though. You gotta know the password. You can't just walk up there and just because you've seen this video, you know.
Oh, true.
Can't
true.
be one of.
It's a cow emoji. It's a disco ball.
Yeah, it's a secret handshake.
We're gonna learn the secret handshake off camera.
So, tell me more about starting Sad Boy Radio, because I didn't do any real research. I've said this before. I don't love researching someone before they get here because like the internet lies, bro, and I would so much rather go in with less knowledge and like gain the knowledge through talking to somebody than to come in with preconceived stuff. And there is some level of like respect when you study a guest or whatever, for sure, but also I think that just hearing the story for the first time from them is more impactful that way than doing the research first.
Yeah, it also becomes a different style of interview when you know the answer and then you got to pre-plan questions, and then sometimes that person even doesn't really want to give the real answer, so they're going to give you a fake answer and you're like, come on, I know the real answer. But also, you
just be baiting your guests like that?
Bro, I know everything. I usually know about everything. I know exactly what they're going to say, and that's how we get to where we need to go. But
okay.
Yeah, you would have had to watch like 200 episodes to try to figure out where this story starts. So, yeah, Sad Boy Radio started in 2021, and it was all because, well, it actually is because of a couple different reasons, but the idea started in 2020. Again, going back to music, I've always related my life situations back to specific songs. So the first time I did it, I was 16. It was 2016. And there's this song called Dile el Amor by Aventura. And in the song, he's saying, in Spanish, he's saying, you know, tell Cupid that not to knock on my door, that I'm not coming back and I don't know when I'll be back, because love has failed me so many times and I don't want to ever see it. And, you know, you're 16, you go through some shit, you're like, damn, fuck love, you know, I'm never going to be there. And eventually time goes on and more situations happen. And I was like, damn, I just keep on relating back to this song. So by 20 years old, I'm dealing with same girl from 18. We end up not talking by 21. But it became more than that, right? So Sad Boy Radio, it's the expression of everything that's going on, whether that be heartbreak, grief, trauma. You know, there's so many negative things that you could talk about. But there's also the good parts where it's like, this is the moment I was happy. And these are the experiences I've had with my best friends when we're outside. But 21 was a very heavy year. You know, I lost one grandma to COVID in January. A week later, we find out my other grandma has cancer. Through all this, I think by the next week, me and this girl like stopped talking for the 50th time. And we stopped talking for like a year and a half. Because then we get back together later down the line after I've already like said all this shit on the internet. So, you know, it's just a lot of things, you know. It came in threes and it was my way of expressing what I needed to express, and hopefully someone out there felt the same way. And shit, I guess somewhere out there felt the same way. Yeah. So
you started out of your crib, out of your bedroom?
Nah, my homie, shout out my guy over at Blue Door Studios, Vic. I was about to graduate college, and I told him, I was like, man, after I graduate college, I'm gonna go to LA. I'm gonna try to, you know, work in some music shit. I want to start this podcast. And he's like, why don't you just start it here? I was like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, bro, just start it here. I'll help you. I'm like, yeah, all right. So then we link up again like a week, the same week. And I was like, all right, let's do it. He's like, all right, when you want to start? I'm like, next week, next Wednesday. He's like, why not this Wednesday? I'm like, bro, what? And that's it. You know,
You started that Wednesday.
Yeah, we started that Wednesday. And
that's a good man right there. I like that guy.
I think it was me and him. It was me and him. If you go all the way back to our first video, we're on a fucking couch in the studio, no fucking lights. We used a little tiny light bulb in the corner for our light, and we had an eyeball mic, and that was it. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but it just, you know, it's so funny looking back, because in March we'll hit 5 years. So it's so funny looking back and seeing who I was at 21 and what I wanted at 21, and how much of that has also changed up until this point. Yeah.
Do you ever think about going back and erasing some of those old episodes because you're like, oh, bro, like I couldn't even imagine watching myself, like, oh God, bro, what was I doing?
Nah, I mean, I think I've thought about it like maybe once, like maybe thought about it though. It wasn't even like I'm definitely going back to delete this shit like right now. Nah. To me, it's really like you could see the growth for real, and you could see exactly how far it went and how far it is now. Because back then, you look at the production, you're like, this probably shouldn't have made it past like 10 if we just kept going. And then we ended up, you know, where we're at now. And, you know, shout out Private Stock, you know, they took me in and they've helped me, you know, build relationships with bigger people that, you know, maybe eventually one day I would have been able to connect with, but they made it happen a little bit quicker than, you know, what it probably would have been. So I'm definitely, you know, shout out them.
Hell yeah. That's dope. So you get started. How many episodes you at now?
I think 230.
230. Mm-hmm. 5 years. We were just talking about this when you first got in here. You've talked to a lot of people.
Yeah.
At some point, you do start to wonder how many more people are out there in the space that you're in that you could speak with.
Mm-hmm. You want me to take it from there? Yeah, I mean, you know, at that point, it's really become a game of like, okay, who's next? And I probably had that thought, you know, starting back 2-3 years ago. So, you know, the fact that we've been able to continuously find it, you know, I really chalk that up to like, damn, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, God has me, you know, because if he didn't, this shit would have stopped a long time ago. All those opportunities that I always wanted, I've been blessed to receive them. And I've received them at times where it was like, okay, this is what he needs right now. Right. And I was just talking to my homie about it. He's like, you know, what's plan B? What are you going to do if it doesn't work out? I'm like, no, this shit's going to work out, because I don't believe that God would place like a passion in your heart that isn't meant for you. I don't think that you would want something so bad to the point of cutting people off and not living out your life experiences because it wasn't meant for you. Like, no, this shit is destiny and it's gonna happen. It's just when it happens is a different thing, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, what even is making it necessarily? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing something you love doing, and that is really, that's making it. It's just doing that.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think making it to a lot of people is the money that comes with it. To me, it was never about the money. No, it really wasn't about the money. It never was about the money for me. At first, it was about the fame. I wanted to be so recognizable I could do whatever the fuck I wanted, you know?
At what? At 21? That's how you're feeling?
At 21, 22, 23. And I think that's changed a lot recently because, fuck. Excuse me. That carbonation, bro. That carbonation will get you.
Yeah. It's just lightly carbonated, though. It's not too much.
At 21, 22, 23, I was so willing to cut off relationships. I thought my friends didn't like me for real because they didn't support, right? And in your head at that age, you're like, oh, if they supported me, they would like my shit. They would share all my shit. And I think that's just kind of like a selfish ideology to have. Like, your friends love you, they support you. It's just maybe they're not chronically online for real like you. And then once I hit, it was recently. I think I might have told you the story. Did I see you before Puerto Rico or after?
Before.
Okay. So it was in Puerto Rico. When I went to Puerto Rico and I did the interview, You know, we interviewed somebody that signed to the same label as Bad Bunny. How many people get to travel to Puerto Rico and do that shit? Not a lot. And I was sitting on the beach, chilling, drinking fucking, I don't even know if I was drinking. I was probably drinking like a little parcha pouch. And I'm looking at this sunset. And all I'm thinking is like, damn, but nobody's here. Like, the people you love aren't here with you. And all you've done for 4.5 years is chase this thing that you thought was going to make you happy. You thought that 1 million likes and 1 million views and hundreds of thousand followers was going to make you happy. So that fucked up my idea of like, what is really making it? Because at that moment, like, yeah, it feels good. But if you don't got nobody there with you, it's like, what am I doing all this for? You know? I'm sure, I mean, like you said in Houston, right? You're making stupid money.
Yeah, the most I've ever seen.
But what was missing?
Everything else. But so wait, you've like cut off your friends, you've tarnished relationships all to chase this dream.
I mean, I didn't cut off my friend, like so my friends that I hang out with every weekend, those are people I met once I hit college. My homies from like back in the day, you know, you just kind of grow up, you grow apart, but you still have this feeling of like, why aren't they watching what I'm doing? Why aren't they reaching out? I talk about sad shit, bro. And my first 10 episodes were all about me. And throughout that point in 10 weeks, nobody was like, are you good? You know?
Okay. Yeah, that's
so yeah, I kind of felt like
alarming, right?
Yeah, it just kind of felt like, damn, nobody's really like watching this shit. But yeah, no, I mean, I think back to like that relationship that I said was on and off for X amount of years. It was kind of like, if that relationship ended any week throughout 21 to 23, I would have been like, okay, and moved on, because all I focused on was this. All I focused on was the work. And I wanted it so bad that I was like, if you have to go, I'm still going to do what I'm doing. So, you know, you can exit right now. Yeah.
So there's a couple relatable things for me, but I just want to ask one question before. So what's the realization you had on the beach when you realized that, like, damn, I'm here, I wanted it so bad, and I'm here right now alone. Mm-hmm. You're feeling lonely. Mm-hmm. And what do you go, oh shit, there's a way that I can do this, but also balance a relationship, or also balance friendships, or like, what's the end realization?
I think the end realization was really just like, cherish the people around you more. Like, you don't have to pick one thing. Now, I don't know how easy it is to balance a relationship and this, because I think that even with a relationship, it's easy to get lost in that. It's easy to forget why you love what you're doing, because if somebody else loves you just as much as you love what you do, it kind of fills that. It almost replaces it, especially when something's new. When something's new, you're like, oh, this feels great. This is fucking amazing. Like, why would I ever do anything else?
That's, yeah, a wise man once said, new pussy's the best pussy.
So then, you know, you get back to what you're doing, and like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain what it is to like love your passion and chase your passion, and when you're good at it. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you something kind of relatable. Like, I felt the same way about DJing for a long time. I was like, DJing is it. This is what I love. And I will not let anyone, especially a woman, get in the way of me chasing my dreams. These are my dreams. I felt that way for a long time. And then 2020 happens. DJing goes away. We're all locked up in the crib. It's the pandemic. I had this girlfriend at the time, and we got really close because obviously you can't do anything but spend time with somebody in your crib
Yeah.
for 24 hours a day for months. And I was like, oh shit, like I really love this girl. You know, the world's kind of crazy right now. I want to be with her, this and that. It felt like I was changing in a way. I was, because I'm, you know, always new pussy's the best pussy. That was my thing. You something's new, it's the best. Something's new, it's shiny, it tastes the best. You've never had it before. It's like always chasing that my whole life. This girl, pandemic, I'm like, all right, maybe I want to spend time with someone for real. Then we get the opportunity to go work in Houston, but I have to move to Houston. But I'm with this girl that I think I really love and want to spend my life with and this and that. I chose work over her because that's how I felt. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Houston, tried to stay with her. It obviously didn't work out. Like I didn't outright say, hey, I got to go. This is over. Like I was like, oh no, it'll work. It'll work out, you know, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't work out. Obviously I chose work over love, which is what I thought. But through that, I absolutely realized that if I do happen to find somebody that I really, really do love and I want to spend the rest of my life with, I need to put them in front of my work. And that does not at all mean that the work is going to go away or the work is not going to happen. The dream's not going to happen because I'm not putting the work in. What I found is that I'm able to do so much more in this space with a partner that is helping me or inspiring me or whatever it is. Like she's adding so much more value. Everything I was scared of to cost me my dream, it's actually the opposite. I feel like I'm pushing further towards my dream now. Once realizing that it is not the one and only thing. There is like real human life and this whole other aspect to life where you need that balance.
So I don't want to get you in trouble or nothing, but do you think that because you left, you didn't love that person?
So I think about that. Oh, I have thought about that a lot. And like, I don't know if I really loved her because it felt a little more circumstantial. Like, you know, it feels like the end of the world. The world's shutting down. You're like, what, you know, like you cling to someone. Like your thoughts are a little misconstrued. You're in a panic mode. You're not you necessarily. You know what I mean? And I just feel like you said, it works out like the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So I think that I needed to think that I loved her to have the realization of putting somebody in front of my work. It was like I dodged a bullet almost. It was like, oh shit. Now if this ever happens again, I know what I need to do. You know?
Yeah, I think sometimes you're going to be handed a lesson through something that you think is what it is and it's not, right? And that might sound confusing to people, but you might think that you love something, and the minute that it gets taken away, you're heartbroken. You think, oh my gosh, this is the end of the world. But there was a lesson there. There was something you were supposed to find out.
Exactly.
And maybe that was what the true meaning of love is, right? So for you at that point, it wasn't what you thought it was. So you had this thing and you thought it was what it was, and then you're like, oh no, I really didn't feel that way. And
I mean, like I felt it. Like I was hurt over the whole thing. Like I had emotions about it, but like there's absolutely no regret. Like if I was sitting here today and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have chose DJing over her, then I would be like, oh fuck, like I gotta go get her, you know? Like but it's not that. Like she was unfortunately just a
collateral damage.
Collateral damage, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit's tough. That shit's rough.
Not, and you know, like, whatever. Everyone, heartbreak is normal. Things happen, but they all happen for a reason, you know? She might be sitting somewhere talking to one of her friends like, holy shit, I almost like made the send nudes guy my husband or whatever, you know? Like, you know what I'm saying? She's probably thinking the same fucking thing.
Damn. You know, it has to suck to be the person that like gets immortalized through these videos. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean? Explain that.
Like, you've talked about this situation multiple times. I've talked about my situation multiple times on video.
Yeah.
It's like either they're like, damn, at what point are you gonna stop fucking talking about me? Or they're like, damn, like, what the fuck? If I would have never talked to that person, I wouldn't be talked about so much on the fucking internet.
Yeah. I feel that. So wait, you think the girl's watching your shit? You think she's...
No, fuck no. Fuck no.
I don't think this girl's watching my shit.
highly doubt it. But, you know, if she is...
Say hi.
I don't know what the fuck I don't know what the fuck she think, but shit, shout out her. She helps us start Sad Boy Radio, so we're going on 5 years.
Collateral damage, bro.
Damage.
Everything, there's, you know, a positive and a negative. There's an up and a down. Like every move you make has a reaction. And that's just, it's what it is.
Man,
it's kind of the fun part of life, right?
For me, I'm like, at this point, I just need to have life experiences. So if I gotta go get my heart broke, I'm like, well, you're gonna be talked about on the next episode, so good luck with that one.
You're trying to get material through life.
Man, at some point I was like, fuck, maybe I ran out of material. Let me go make some shit happen.
Let me make sure I'm still a sad boy.
Shit. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that. That's dope that you had that realization though.
What, on the beach?
That's real shit. Yeah, on the beach.
Yeah, that shit.
You gotta have some balance, bro. You gotta, that at the end of the day, like anything, to me, it always seems like when you whittle it down and whittle it down and whittle it down, it comes to balance. It's like if you're doing something on one end of the spectrum too much, you need to have something over here to balance it out. Like, can't just all be work. Then you're sliding down.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I try to think back and I'm like, I haven't been able to balance both successfully. Like, I think there was one point where this was the only thing that mattered. And then there was another point where it's like, I was investing a lot of time into a relationship that didn't end up working. But the podcast kind of like took I wouldn't say it took a back seat, but it definitely was kind of like a second thought. But it also came down to how I felt about it at the time. It was like, what's next? Again, going back to that question of what's next, like, where do I go from here? I've kind of like talked to so many people throughout the city already, and how do you make something different? How do you make something different from what it already is? And that's not to say like I didn't care to post, because I was still posting every day. You know, I try to make sure the numbers are good. If the numbers are good, it's like, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know, I can't sit here and worry every day. Am I gonna get 1,000 views? Am I gonna get 100,000 views? Am I gonna get 100 likes? Am I gonna get 2 likes? You know, I think when I first started to see numbers for real, that was my thought. I was so scared every single day. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose it. Like, it's not gonna stay here, because at that point, that was all that mattered to me. And then you lose it, and then you get it back, and you're like, oh, okay, like, it's never actually gone. It's just like, it comes in waves. It comes in periods. Yeah. That's why you always got to reinvent. Yeah.
I hate the numbers aspect of the game.
You hate caring about the numbers, or you hate the numbers?
I hate caring about them, therefore I hate them.
but everybody cares about the numbers.
I really don't. Like, it kind of, I mean, yes, of course. You have to. It's like human instinct.
You wouldn't do it if you didn't care about the numbers. That's one thing, right? You know, Ed Sheeran talks about that all the time. He's like, people that say they make music just because they want to make music, I understand it, but you're also dumb because you wouldn't release it if you didn't care about the numbers.
I don't know. That's not necessarily true because like it's not the number. It's not what's happening on the screen for me. It's what's happening in real life. It's the way that this podcast, as it has grown, is impacting my DJ career.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's not a ton of listens on YouTube. There's, 200 to 500 is pretty average.
Yeah.
And like, if you think about that, you're like, that's nothing. That's shit. If I really think about that, I'm like, that's absolute garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But in real life, like where it actually matters, not the fucking digital pixelated number on the screen, people are giving me opportunities because they see this podcast. People are following me and like, it's actually making a difference in my work. It's getting me work. I'm representing my brand. I'm consistent. The consistency to me means so much more than the actual number itself. And I can feel the consistency being recognized and like doing something in real life, like actually elevating my brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then you're able to build around that and people start to know you for something else, right? And you're bringing a different aspect to the parties now. So, yeah.
It's just, it feels like a respect. Like even if people don't watch it, like sit down and actually watch it, there's a respect for the consistency and the constant leveling up. And like the clips are really, do you find people like come up to you and they're like, oh, I watched your podcast, and they just reference one clip and like they think it's not like them lying, but it's like they think that they watched your podcast. You have to like relearn what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I haven't really had that in a while. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of my views are really like internet people, like people I don't know. And who was it? I was talking to Day Day from Pivot Gang. I don't know if you know who that is, but you know who Saba is?
Saba, yeah.
Yeah, so he's Saba's producer.
Okay.
So he won a Grammy off of something he did with Doechii. And he was talking about it. He's like, man,
he's from Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, but he lives in Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not even from Chicago. He's from Jersey, moved to Chicago, started hanging around Pivot Gang, moved to LA, and now he's back in Jersey.
Okay.
But anyways, he was talking about that. He's like, at first I really did this because people thought it was cool. Like I was able to get cool points. And when I worked he was talking about working in the industry. So working with the record labels, he's like, working with the labels was cool, but it wasn't cool because you got to play this political game and all this stuff, right? And he's like, but then eventually I realized like, cool don't pay my bills, right? So all these people that are listening to my music and like, that's cool, you worked with Kehlani. That's cool, you worked with Doechii. But I didn't even really receive money off of that. He's like, I got a Grammy, but I didn't get paid for that song. I got a gold record, but I have to pay to get that gold record. So he, essentially he's like, fuck, I forgot what the point of this story was. I'm not going to lie. But eventually it became like,
you were talking about the numbers, looking at the numbers.
Eventually it became like, that's cool. I got these things, like people listen to it, but like nobody really knows like what's going on with me. Nobody knows why I made that beat. Like, for a producer, making a beat is like making a podcast. It's like being the artist to the song. You make it because you feel a certain way. So nobody knows why I made that beat. Nobody knows exactly the reason why I made that clip. So all these numbers, the numbers, again, going back to it, the numbers were important to me. They're still important to me. Like if I get 1,000 views today, I'm gonna feel a little type of way. But when I get 1 million views or 2 million views and 3 people I know liked it. I'm like, well, fuck, like, you know, well, I made that and nobody, again, going back, nobody checked in and was like, are you good? No, they just swiped and said, okay, cool, moving on. Yeah.
That is crazy. Well, so if you're looking at the numbers and the stats and shit, what's your biggest market? Is it outside of Chicago?
It's Chicago, then it's New York, then it's LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then, like, you know, smaller markets and shit. But shout out New York and LA. New York's my second biggest one. New York got some traffic, some traction. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's what I like about trying to keep this Chicago nightlife based, is like it's a smaller, more niche thing, but like even with 200 to 500 views on the YouTube, I'm out in that market all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels more impactful, I guess, like in real life to me.
Yeah. Yeah, because now the people that you're actually targeting are watching it. So then they go to the club and they see you and they're, you know, that's party with strategy.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I knew you were at Celeste, and that's how I ran into you. I heard strategy. I was like, oh, let me go say what's up. And that's how we connected, you know?
Yeah.
I definitely seen the podcast a handful of times, and you had reached out to me before on Instagram, but I didn't even see that you were like coming in or nothing. So
yeah, that was when I was in Houston.
Yeah,
I was coming back.
I didn't even see it. So
I was like, let me bless this kid with my podcast guest appearance, and then you just iced me.
And then, I didn't even see this shit. That's what I'm telling you, bro. That was probably like 2022, no?
Yeah, 22, maybe 21.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how fast time flies, bro. What the fuck?
No, but I love it, bro. I love it however it works out. It never, I was just talking about this with Dolo. Like, I was trying to get one of the DJ homies that was in town on Friday on the pod. Initially hit him like, oh, I see you're coming in town. Let's do the pod. He's like, oh yeah, cool. I'm like, all right, what's your, travel schedule? Nothing. Ends up coming to Chicago. I see him, we connect a little bit better, but like, that's the start. Like, I know it's gonna happen now, but you gotta hit the initial, get the ball rolling. It usually takes a couple times.
And then
if you want to get like an out of town guest to fucking spend their time in another city, come into your podcast and like really.
Yeah. Have you done Ozone?
No, I need to.
Ozone's dope. I love Ozone.
I need to.
That was the first person I interviewed that was like, damn, bro, like, I'm a fan of your shit. And he was like, this is the Sad Boy studio. It looks so crazy, like different from, watching it on a screen. So shout out Ozone. I love Ozone.
Absolutely. Shout out Ozone. I feel like you asked me that on your podcast and I said the exact same thing. No, but I need to.
I don't know.
I need to actually reach out, bro.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have him on and then I think I had to switch a day and he wasn't able to do it. But yeah, I mean, I was DJing at the same spots that Ozone was at in like 2010 in Lincoln Park at Good Bar.
I don't even know what that was.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Like, I remember watching him come up and he's making beats and shit. Like, he was always definitely on my radar. I was always like, what's Ozone up to?
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy's doing. He's making some dope shit.
What was the one he did? Was it? I don't know how to say it. Is it Masada or Masala?
Masada. With
a D. Masada Sundays, right?
Yeah, he used to do it. Yeah. We used to go over there, smoke a little hookah. They turned Masada into like a house spot now, I think.
Oh, is it? I never went.
I think it's a dance music spot.
I was
now.
too young to be around when he was doing that shit.
Yeah.
I just remember he was telling me the story about how there was a point in the Masada run for him that he said he had like a breakdown. Like, he went to his car and just like, after having the time of his life. And at least that's what people were thinking, right? You never know what's going on behind closed doors, for real.
Yeah, bro.
And that's on my podcast. So, I mean, that's why I have no problem saying that out loud. If you go check out our interview with Ozone, like, he talks about that shit. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I got to get him on. Didn't he get shot?
Yeah, he got shot.
He's got. We got to get Ozone on here, bro.
Ozone's the guy. He said, did he get shot? We got to get Ozone on because he got shot. Yeah. Come on.
That's fucked up.
Like, yeah.
It's an exhilarating story, though. I got to imagine.
Right after either he just had his kid or his kid was on the way.
Bro, yeah, I see. Dude, getting shot is like one of my biggest fears, and it's like irrational. I'm definitely not, shouldn't be walking outside thinking, I don't live a life where I'm like, should be scared of getting shot. But it's like one of the most reoccurring nightmares I have.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have, I don't know. Where are you more likely to get shot, Houston or Chicago?
Well, that's a tough one.
Chicago, River North, or wherever you were in Houston.
Probably Houston now because of all the shit that I've talked about it. Like that's now I have a real fear of actually getting shot if I go to Houston.
I don't know, man. Chicago, River North. Earlier this summer, this shit was fucked.
The fucking what's her name? What's the rapper's name?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
Okay.
I was there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It got a little crazy.
I left like 15 minutes before that happened.
Yeah. Well, thankfully.
Thank God.
Yeah. See, maybe it's not that irrational.
Next question.
Okay. Do you ever just hate a podcast after you do it? Like immediately after, you're just like, oh God, either the guest was terrible, or most of the time for me, I'm like, I wasn't on my shit. I didn't get good sleep the night before. I ate some hot dogs and bagel chips.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just kind of like would have to come down to, did I prep for it, right? What do they say?
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Something preparation leads to better.
If you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail.
Nah. Proper preparation leads to proper performance or some shit. I don't fucking know. Some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I mean, if you prep right, you're going to be able to do it right. You know, if I do my research and I know a good amount about the person, I'm going to be able to have a proper conversation, a good conversation. If I didn't do my research and I'm just throwing out what's your favorite color, like I'm kind of fucked.
You think so? I feel like you're good at conversing. Like you could just jump in. Like some people freak out when there's like
I want to say this. This is what I want to say. Hold on, because I've been needed to get this off my chest. Don't fucking show up high as shit to my shit. That's what I gotta say, bro. Because people show up high, then I gotta carry the conversation, and then they try to like interrupt you and not let you carry the conversation. You're like, bro, come on. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. You know,
all right. You heard it here first.
I let that be like, I don't say a lot of controversial shit, and I know whoever's gonna watch that and be like, who the fuck's he talking about? Like, you know who you are. Please don't show up high to my shit, because it's like, that's disrespectful to me. That's disrespectful to my time. That's disrespectful to the people I work with time. Like, you're literally taking a whole day away from me for you to do that shit and show up like that. Like, that's fucked up. And that really pisses me off.
What if they thought they were getting the best version of themselves by getting high, though? What if they accidentally got too high? Like, I did your shit. I didn't show up high, but I do like to get high, and I might even be a little high right now.
Listen, you should know. You should know if you can handle it. For real.
That's facts.
If you're a real smoker, you should know how much you could smoke. If you're not a smoker and you try to show up high, I've scrapped shit because somebody showed up high.
And they were just brain dead, just sitting there like...
They asked me, they're like, can you answer that question so I know how to answer the question? Yeah. Fucking gosh.
All right. That's incredible.
Yeah, nobody knows that shit.
Next time, surprise birthday.
I've actually never had that problem, surprisingly. Like, I guess, I mean, okay, I've definitely had to carry conversations. That's for sure. I've definitely sat down with someone and been like, holy shit, it's gonna be a tough hour, but I'm gonna make it happen. But I don't know if it was because they were too high or not. That's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Nah, I mean, sometimes people just need sometimes you just got to carry it. But yeah, no, when they're high, I will say though, wait, which interview was that off of? That was that one. The one that I'm really thinking about that somebody showed up high, that got me my mill. So shout out them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, it was a mill on the clip?
Yeah, my clip of me talking though. That's the first time I did a mill on me talking. Like everybody else is like, it was all guests when it was 3 mil, 2 mil, 1 mil. But this one was me. So I'm definitely and I felt that shit. I felt that for real when I said that shit. And I felt that shit when I posted it. So, again, going back, God makes things happen when they're supposed to happen.
Well, yeah. Why don't you tell us what you were talking about? Maybe we can get a mill too.
Of me saying the same thing.
Come on, man. That's why we got the board in the back.
What the fuck? Oh.
No, I'm kidding. You don't have to do it for the clip. But what were you talking about?
I had said that. Oh, I'm trying to remember what I said. That's crazy that I can't remember. But
even just the gist of it.
No, it was, a lot of the times I fail to realize and accept people for who they are once they show me who they are. You have this idea of who somebody is when you first meet them, and they continue to show you that person. And bit by bit, they start to reveal more things, and you're like, no, that can't be, that can't be you. That's not who I envisioned. That's not who I met. Until at some point you're like, now I got to see you like this. And I never wanted to see you like that. And then unfortunately, that's kind of been a problem I have, where I fail to believe people once they show me who they are.
What is there a off the top example you can give of something that someone did where you were like, oh no, that can't be how you actually act?
Man, just kind of we could go to basic examples, right? We could go to anything. Fucking your homie asked to borrow $100. You give them $100 and they say, I got you next week. And 2 weeks go by and you're like, what happened? They're like, oh, I don't got your money, bro. Sorry. Or just people not living up to their word,
Okay, yeah. And instead of keeping it in the back of your mind, you sort of write it off.
Yeah, but then you got to look at the person different. You got to be like, damn, that's really who you are, and I never wanted to see you like that. That shit breaks my heart.
Yeah, I feel you. Let me pee real quick. You need anything?
Nah, you're good, man.
Thank you guys for watching and supporting the show. The Party with Strategy podcast has a brand new sponsor, a local Chicago meal prep company, Prepped and Plated. Female owned and operated. I've known this woman for a long time. She's fantastic, and I love what she's doing right now. She's giving people what they want. She's giving me what I'm looking for, and everyone else I talk to is looking for. Locally sourced meats, no steroids, antibiotics, hormones, or preservatives. No dyes, no seed oils, no sugar added. Everything is clean, good ingredients, high quality, and it tastes even better than all the things that I just said. It's a great company. I'm excited. She's helping me shred for my wedding that I got coming up. We're working together. We're building something. We're supporting Chicago. I think if you guys are looking for good, high quality food, if you're looking for a diet plan, or if you're just looking to support a local Chicago business, go to preppedandplated.com. Place your order. It's easy. Add your meals to the cart. Check out. They get delivered straight to you. Boom, you're ready to go. Let's go, champ. Let's get back to the show. Thank you again for watching and supporting. Booyah. Do you, by any chance, off the top of your head, have a fond memory of a night out in Chicago? Like the place you were at, the people you were with, the music that was on, maybe just something that could stamp the year, the time, the era.
I'm trying to think, man, because I couldn't go out till I was in 2021, bro. So I know everybody says pre-COVID was the best time to be outside in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their era. I say that because that was like my first era. But you talk to Jordan V, he'll tell you that, you know, all the clubs he played at was the best, and it was, you know, what we did after that was garbage. It's like standard old man shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I love the fact that reggaeton was like the thing when I started going out, and still, I mean, it still is a thing, right? Reggaeton is still hot, but it's not what it was in 2021 to what was the reggaeton era, like 2018 to 2021 for real?
It started in 2016 when
Yeah.
J Balvin, they were like Bad Bunny.
We'll say like
2016, 2017.
I say like 2018 for real. Yeah, because that's when it became like the hot thing, and then probably until about 2022, and then after that, like, it's cool, like it's still a thing. I mean, Sueños is a thing, right? Like, it's a whole fucking festival dedicated to reggaeton, but
Yeah, but what happened? You don't, what, like, it got too mainstream? Is that...
reggaeton,
Yeah, like, what happened to it in 2022 that you're like, it's not what it used to
everything
be?
runs its course, right? I mean, what, Drake, from Take Care to what people would say Views is his best era, right?
But Drake is one single artist. Reggaeton is an entire genre.
I mean,
So you have people doing different things within the genre, or you have like who's the hottest, you know?
I don't think you get bigger than Bad Bunny. So Bad Bunny, I mean, he's about to do the Super Bowl, so I guess you can't say he peaked with his album Un Verano Sin Ti, but like, that's the height of Bad Bunny. I mean, even now, like, he just did the whole residency in Puerto Rico, so, you know, I love Bad Bunny, fucking a bunny logo, because of the whole background of that story is somebody called me Mad Bunny, and I said, nah, Sad Bunny, and then fucking my logo's a Sad Bunny. But yeah, I mean, when he dropped the other album right before this most recent one, like, people weren't fucking with it, but I was fucking with it. But, you know, most people were like, nah, I'm straight. And then he comes back, does the whole Puerto Rico thing, and shout out Bad Bunny. Yeah.
But
I think, my bad, to go back to your question, right?
What's wrong with reggaeton now? Because if it's gotten too mainstream for you, I feel that way about some things that I loved, and then they got so popular that it's just like the thing now, and you're like, I don't really love it that much. It was cooler back when it was a little more underground.
I don't know, bro. I think it's just the vibes of like what 2018 to 2022 reggaeton was. Like, the reggaeton is not the
Are they talking about different shit now? I mean, you're gonna have to fill me in on that. I don't really know what they're talking about.
It's not trap reggaeton no more. That's what it is, right? Back then it was trap reggaeton. Now it's like they're getting very cultural with it. So Bad Bunny took it back to the roots for Puerto Rico. Karol G just dropped her album, and it's heavily influenced by the sounds of Colombia. Rauw Alejandro, like, he made his album, but again, it's like a throwback to the salsa sound from Puerto Rico. So it's like, it's become very like influenced by the cultures, rather than back then they were doing the trap shit, and the trap shit was like, this shit was lit. So I mean, it's just a different sound now, and that's cool. I rock with it. I love it. But also, you got to remember, I was 18 to 22. Like, those are peak, like, years where you're kind of, like, going out for the first time. You're doing all this shit for the first time. And you hear those songs, and you're like, oh, yeah, like, that takes me back.
Yeah, bro. Where were you when you first heard Chambea in the club?
Probably Moe's. Am I even allowed to say that now?
Why not? Because of Sam Sanchez?
We're boycotting Moe's.
Are you on the boycott Moe's train?
We are boycotting Moe's.
Tell me about that. I want to know about that.
You know about that.
I do know about that.
You know more than I do.
In the zeitgeist, but I want to know, like, personally, your feelings on it more than, like, just the general consensus. Like, I think that there's some people that I'd talk to that would still go to Moe's. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you can't support businesses that don't support you as a people. So
yeah,
that's about it. That's all I gotta say on it.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it makes sense, but So you're not mad at V5 necessarily.
I don't got beef with nobody. I don't got no.
But it's not like you're not like I won't support a V5 party. You're like I don't support Moe's. If V5 was doing a party at, they own the mine, right? If they were doing a party at mine, you'd go there.
Man, I haven't been in the mine in forever. So honestly, like I'm just not, I'm not supporting it.
So diplomatic. All right. I mean, we don't have to talk about it if you don't want. I am generally curious.
Nah, I mean, like I said, I'm just not supporting stuff that don't support me or like my people, right? So if you're like going against who I am, why would I support you?
I feel that.
No.
I feel that. And is this just because Sam voted for Trump, or is he still riding the Trump train? Or has he been like, well, I might have fucked up?
See, I don't even know all the details like that. All I know is,
that's what I want to know.
Everything that came to light, I was like, yeah,
I'm trying to get Sam Sanchez on the pod.
Said, hit him.
Yo, I just want to know, bro.
Why are you trying to get him on?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I want to know, like, I really want to ask him that exact question. Like,
is he still supporting Trump?
Yeah, like, are you still riding that train, or are you like, oh shit, my bad, Because like if he said my bad, like I get it, you know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, I fucked up.
Do you regret what you said?
You know what I mean? Because like, no, I got to imagine. I've never voted. I've never voted in my life, but I imagine
I'm about to do the Birdman. I'm about to be like, hold up a second. Should I be supporting your podcast? I'm about to,
No. You don't have to worry. I didn't vote. I've never voted, but I have to imagine if I did vote for him, and then right now I'd have to be like, well, I didn't know this was gonna happen.
No,
it's not the greatest look. It's not what I want. I don't. Some people double down. They're like, no, I already like did this, so now I gotta go full throttle. Kind of like how I did on A Ladies. To be honest,
that's crazy. Like, comparing A Ladies to Trump is nuts. Yeah, that's wild. That's a wild comparison.
Bro, it's just, I'm saying, sometimes you double down, but sometimes when it really matters, you got to actually, if you are not just acting out of like straight reaction and emotion, and you're like, oh no, I'm doubling down. Like, I'm never wrong. What I do is nothing I have ever done is wrong. I'm doubling down, like that's crazy. Sometimes you really got to be like, maybe I did fuck up.
No.
That's like a real human being. You know what I mean? Like that matters to me.
Yeah. I mean, we just can't. Like, they already knew what it was. Like, there's, I don't do politics, but we already knew the stances that were at play when voting for people. So I think that, you taking a stance with somebody that doesn't support who you are and your people is just, why would you do that? So that's all I gotta say about that.
All right. Yeah. What's your favorite venue to go out in Chicago right now? We know where you don't go.
We know where I don't go.
Where do you like to go?
I like Esco. Esco's lit.
Esco's dope.
Esco's lit. I had a great time at Celeste that night. But yeah, I'll be at. We've been going to Fulton a lot, so like we'll go to Feds, Emporium. What's the other one there? Hystereo's decent.
Do they have one in the West Loop now?
Yeah, they got one right there. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. I only know the one over here on Milwaukee.
I've never even been to that one. I've only been to the one in West Loop.
You think it's different?
S-Stereo?
Yeah, E-Stereo.
Yeah. I think there was one on Milwaukee my homies used to like to go to. And
That's the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe because they've been there for a minute and then feds popped up on them kitty corner. So maybe they were like, nah, fuck you. And they went to the West Loop and popped up on feds. You know what I'm saying?
You know how like once you get older, you're like, okay, I'm going to start going to Fulton. I guess that's kind of like the move. Cause
that's like the grown and sexy crowd?
I don't fucking know. But I used to only go to River North. And then I got older and
I think times just changed. I don't think it was like a getting older thing.
No, you think it's just like
I think it just
Fulton's
shifted. Like River North was super poppin', then the West Loop popped up and it took over for sure. But River North is thriving right there on Hubbard, where Celeste and Joy and Hubbard Inn are, because the police shut that street down and like make it a destination, like a party destination. You can't drive through it. It's like it's a little slice of a party district.
Is Joy lit? I've been to Joy one time, and ever since I've heard it's kind of like eh.
It's define lit. Like busy? Are there bodies in there?
Like, is it decent? Like, is it a good party?
It's a good party if you're looking for an open format party. I mean, if you're looking for if that's what you're
I don't want to go to Joy.
If that's what you're looking for,
I don't want to go to Joy.
No, here's the nice thing about the street.
Not the venue, the street. Gosh.
Here's the nice thing.
I mean, if I could go to Celeste for free and then I gotta pay $20 to get into Joy, where do you think I'm going?
Did that happen?
No, I'm just saying, like, I know you as Celeste. Why would I go to Joy?
Well, I mean, listen, if you wanted to go to Joy and they were charging cover and you hit me up, I would walk you over there because the doormen are my boys and I miss them. I actually miss the thing I miss the most about other spots is the security guards that I don't get to see anymore. But to answer your question, it's definitely lit. It's more of a open format party. You're gonna hear a lot more
hey ladies
but that's also like me and Heavy when motherfuckers are in the disco asking us for Gunna and Travis Porter. We're like, it's across the street. We don't play that on this level. Especially maybe you could catch that on the first floor. I don't even know if they do. I think it's all dance music, to be honest. But we get to tell people like they're playing that shit across the street. Yeah. That's the nice thing about the street. We help each other out.
He said, I'll tell you one thing about the street. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know, man. I prefer I like Latin music, so okay. I mean, like I said, Celeste was a good time that night. But most nights I'm definitely looking for like Latin music or hip hop. Yeah.
What nights do you like Esco? Because they have like every night is their own party, which I think is dope. Like I know Mauricio does what, Saturday?
Saturday, yeah, Saturday is.
I know Deja Rev does like the Chicas Thursday. He's resident. I think he rotates some people in.
Yeah, I mean I've only been to Esco on a Saturday for sure.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Mauricio's party.
Blind Barber's decent too.
Blind Barber's tight.
Yeah. Depends on the DJ and shit.
Yeah.
It gets a little too packed in there, but you know.
The small rooms. I mean, that's like Esco's small room, Celeste small rooms, Blind Barber's small rooms. That's kind of like the thing right now.
I don't know. Yeah. But Blind Barber is just like, that shit gets stupid packed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's lit though. You're looking for lit. Do you want to go to Joy? Next time you're out, you come by Celeste. I'll walk you over to Joy. I'll say what's up to my boys.
All right. Sounds good.
You can check it out.
I was waiting for him to like say something else. I'm like, yeah.
I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
No, I mean, like I said,
Joy, I'm just trying to be courteous.
Joy's cool. I've been to Joy, but like, it was cool. It was straight. Some slight, you know.
Yeah. I personally feel like this is the time right now for Chicago nightlife. We're about to develop this new era. We're at the beginning of the next thing.
What is that?
I think it's dance music and dance floors. I think it's dance floors more than it is dance music, but obviously dance floors attract dance music.
Why do you say that?
Because I think we're at the end of the bottle service era, and I see a lot more people dancing, and I see a lot more people that are more conscious about not being on their phones. The consciousness of like understanding that the phone is a bad thing is spreading. You feel that way or no?
Man, I don't even. I'm trying to think. Like, my past 3 weekends have been a blur, so I can't even really.
You've been outside like that?
Yeah.
You've been having fun, huh?
A little too much.
Anybody pregnant?
I hope not. Yeah. I hope not.
Find out.
No. Please no. Yeah. Damn. How many secret kids you got out there?
No secret kids. No secret
how many
kids.
known kids?
Man, no known kids, thankfully. I've never even had to pay for a schmishmortion.
A what?
A schmishmortion.
Like, what the fuck? He never had to pay for it because they paid. Oh my gosh. How many plan Bs?
My favorite moment of this podcast is you thinking that I voted for Trump and you thinking about having to leave.
Oh. Wait, how many plan Bs?
Definitely some go puffed plan Bs in my day.
Over 50?
No, not over 50. The first half of my degeneracy, I was very, very persistent on safe sex. Big condom guy. All my friends would make fun of me. And I then realized that you don't really.
Damn.
I don't want to say you don't need them.
Yeah,
but
y'all out here risking it like that, huh?
There was a time, but in my worst behavior time, I was actually like super adamant about strapping up. My whole thought process was like,
were you more scared of the kid or an STD?
I think I was more scared of an STD, to be honest.
Well, yeah, because some of those you can't get rid of.
Yeah, well, which ones?
What do you mean, which ones? What the fuck? I'm not here to educate.
All I'm saying is I thought, like, my whole life I was scared of AIDS. And that's not really something that a straight man has to be too terrified of, the way that I was terrified of it.
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying.
I do know somebody that almost caught it from somebody. So
HIV?
Yeah.
What does almost catching it look like? They just had symptoms for a couple days or something?
No, I guess the girl had told him, like, hey, I got this, like, you should probably go get tested. And ever since then, he said he wasn't, like, outside like that.
But that's not almost getting it, though. It's hard. Listen, I'm no doctor.
How's that not almost getting it?
I'm no doctor.
If somebody called you and said, hey, you should probably go get tested because I just tested positive for this shit, that's not going to scare you?
No, yeah, absolutely terrifying. My heart would drop into my ball sack.
Like, you might die.
Yeah, it would be insane. But when you really look at how people catch it, it's like you can't really catch it without blood. So, like, if you're just having sex with a girl in her vagina and there's no, like, open wound. I'm no doctor, but this is what I heard.
I'm not, yeah, I don't know if that's how that works, but, you know, I don't think we should be spreading misinformation.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true. Diamond Cut, can we ask ChatGPT? There's scarier ones, is what I'm saying. More easily catchable ones.
What's herpes?
I think that's the scariest one. I feel like that's the scariest one. Listen,
I don't know how we got here.
Can I tell you right now how good it feels? Like, I used to live my life at least once every 2 months fearing that I may have some sort of STD.
That's tough.
Now it's been incredible to just have a fiance, and like that's not even a thought that goes through my mind ever one time, and it's incredible. It's amazing.
What's the most you like? What was the most in 1 month?
The most scares?
No, well, like most people in 1 month.
Oh, most people in 1 month? Maybe like, I think like 9, 10 would be, it's not like insane. I'm not out here. I'm not Wilt Chamberlain, but I was still just like
a third of the month. A third of the month you were fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been the most. I'm just thinking, like, it's not insane, but it's also not like.
So what was average? What was an average month?
Like once a week would be, that'd be pretty strong for me.
My bad. I don't want to get
you're
on
good.
your table.
You're good.
Yeah.
I think that was that's like, all right, I'm out here. I'm doing well. My needs are taken care of in this aspect. I can go get my money.
But it was like a new one.
New, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's I would be scared too.
Yeah. There just like times when you pee and you're like, what was that? Did I feel, is there something? You just like psych yourself out. I haven't dealt with that in 2+ years now. It's been remarkable.
Yeah. That's yeah.
These are the things you don't think about.
It was tough to be strategy back in the day.
These are the things you don't think about when you have a beautiful woman by your side who you trust and love and brings you such joy.
Shout out her.
For real.
Yeah, shout out her. But yeah. You were wilding out here.
I was wild.
Yeah.
And I have to constantly try and readjust.
Why? What do you mean readjust?
I just like, my view of women from just thinking that it's all about fucking them to like having one that I actually really love and adore and like have compassion for and see as more than just a vagina. You know what I mean? Like I spent most of my life thinking like,
yeah, you didn't really like see the value essentially. You didn't see it past that.
Right.
Why was that? Who hurt you?
I think, well, I was definitely, I definitely came up kind of crazy, but I think more than anything, it was the fact that like I didn't have any sisters. Me and my mom have a great relationship, but like I never had sisters. I feel like sisters, like guys with sisters, they're so much more compassionate to women in general.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any sisters. Like no, I have a couple female cousins, but kind of close, I guess. But like not really that close. I don't know. I just never I never had that growing up.
So what was it that really made you want to change your ways? Like I know you told me on my podcast, like, you kind of hit rock bottom. You started seeing like how rough it was out in Houston, but like, why now?
It just like I wasn't enjoying it. I stopped enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
It became something that I just did because that's how I knew to live. That was like the only way of life that I knew, because I enjoyed it for so long. I enjoyed it my whole life and lived life like that and built all these habits and created this life for myself, with that being one of the top priorities. And then one day I realized that it's not giving me what it once used to. I just stopped loving it. I started to realize like I would be so stoked to have banged this new hostess that just got hired at the club, and it was amazing. And then one day I would bang the hostess and be like, I don't feel great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not upset with myself, but also I'm not like, the dopamine hit wasn't there, just wasn't something I enjoyed anymore.
Yeah. So what made you feel like you were ready for marriage then?
Because I'm fully ready to commit. Like, I understand my lack of commitment and like resistance to commit my whole life. It's just subsided because that's all I cared about was banging girls.
Mm-hmm.
Just the hunt, the chase, everything about it. Like, that was my main vice, I think. That and pizza.
That's that and pizza is crazy. Man.
But yeah, I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I stopped truly enjoying it. That was everything for me. Until one day it just wasn't. It wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't doing what it used to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's, again, I've had that conversation so much recently where like what you thought made you happy doesn't make you happy anymore. And I don't know at what point like you realize, like, I don't know if it's once you get what you want or it becomes an age thing. Because I talk to my friends about it, and, you know, we're all about 25, 26. And when I talk to them about this shit, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, you're not happy with what you got. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's what you worked for. Like, yeah, I don't know. Something just clicks in your brain. And it's like, yeah, there's something else out there that's going to make me happy. And when I get it, I'll know exactly what that was. But right now, like, I'm just kind of like, it's rough, you know? And I feel, you know, you talked about it, Houston, that was rock bottom. So it was a rough time.
You get to a point where just things aren't making you happy like they used to. And you have to sit and think, like, what would make me happy? What do I want?
And a relationship was that?
More than a relationship, it was being able to start the next chapter of my life, like create memories and build something with somebody rather than just stay where I was at. You know, like, I can't imagine, I don't have kids, but I've always felt this way, that like, I can't imagine you can experience all of life without having a kid. I feel like that is a part of life. And like, I want to get there. I want to have a kid. And I felt like I had to get there. I'm not looking to just knock up the new hire hostess at the club. Like, there's a gap. I'm missing something. I'm trying to go from here to here. What am I missing? Like, what's going to get me there? I need to find the person that's going to get me there, you know?
And you found that. Yeah, that's a crazy thing to kind of like realize. To realize, like, because it was like there was extra steps there. Like, you needed another person, but you also need to make sure that's the right person. Like, you're not just trying to procreate with whatever the fuck was out there.
I'm definitely, I'm not like, okay, I'm ready to have a kid. Who's got me? Where we at? Who's going to let me shoot one in them? Got to find the one who I think is going to be a good mother.
You weren't trying to shoot up the club?
I was not trying to shoot up the club.
No.
But yeah, it just feels like the next level, like the next step. I constantly feel like I compare life to like a video game or like just a game in general. And maybe it's because we're in the simulation. I don't know how you feel about it, but I wasn't beating the boss. I was stuck at the boss of like, well, you know, what's like the,
you were stuck at the strip club.
I was stuck at the strip club, but what's like the
your ass was in hell.
What's like the proper way to define just going around and fucking girls? Like,
I don't know. I feel like you were
not
in hell.
monogamy. Monogamy is the opposite of that. What's the opposite of monogamy?
Polygamy?
Is it?
Polygamy,
I'm not that educated. I don't know.
Polygamy is like when you have multiple partners.
Basically. Okay, I was stuck at the boss of polygamy. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that I had to be able to beat it to move on.
Shit. I guess when's the wedding? December what?
13th.
On December 13th, you will have officially beaten polygamy.
That's gonna be the fucking.
That's gonna be the caption. Officially beat polygamy.
You know, I was stuck at the fuckboy boss. I was stuck in fuckboy mode, and the only way to get out is to realize it.
What's the opposite of fuckboy mode?
What's the opposite of fuckboy mode?
Simp.
No, not a simp. A simp would be the extreme. Yeah, husband, but like
You could be a fuckboy and be a husband.
there's a lot of them.
Then you're a shitty person. But
There's a lot of them. But yeah, that's how I felt. Just really want to make memories. I want, like, every day felt wasted a little bit. It was like, I'm 35. I've got a lot done for sure. I'm not going to say I haven't done anything, but like, if I want to move up, if I want to move on, I just knew what I had to do.
Yeah, it really goes back to like that feeling of I got what I wanted, but there's nobody here. You know, same thing every time I talk to a Grammy Award winning artist or producer. Same thing as that beach. I got it all, quote unquote, right? This is what I worked for. This is what people see. They think because I have a Grammy, I'm the happiest person on earth. They think because I get to go do whatever the fuck I want, I'm happy. But when you don't have somebody to share that with, it's like, what the fuck? Like, that was cool. I had a great time. I'm sure you had a great time in Houston.
Some of it.
But then you realize, like, there's more to life than just achieving everything you want so you can impress everybody around you. Because sometimes that's what it feels like. Sometimes it really feels like I'm doing this and people are going to love this and they're going to think that there's this amazing life, right? And then it's like, oh, but why does it matter what everybody else thinks? Why does everybody matter in this situation? Like, it's my life. Nobody else has to go to sleep and like deal with the same things that I think about, you know? So I just think that sometimes that's what it really comes down to. Like, you know, if you're not happy with the situation and you want more out of life, that's what you got to go do. You got to actually intentionally move with the idea, like, this is what I'm looking for. And if I'm looking for it, you'll get it when you need it. When it's meant for you, it will come to you. But you also have to intentionally know, like, this is what I'm looking for. And if I have it, I'm not letting it go. Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with that. I think intent is everything. Even focusing your intentions into the way that you're breathing makes breathing better, makes you able to like receive oxygen more and like actually do the thing rather than just working off muscle memory, just going off what you know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like meditation, right? You do the breath work and it's supposed to increase how you're breathing, enhance it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of like the theme and the thing I changed this year a lot was my intention with how I was moving. I think there was a point where I was literally just living life. And I knew Saturday I'm going to go out with the homies. Sunday I'm going to sit on the couch and watch football and try to recover. Monday through Friday I'm going to go to work. I'll get my hair cut, you know, but it was all the same thing every single week. And every single week I felt worse and worse and worse until one day I was like, okay, something needs to change. Start going to the gym. Okay. That helped. Excuse me. What else am I missing? I started going to church. Okay. What else is missing? And that's why I say, like, God's going to give you what you need when you need it. He's going to bless you with everything that you hope for. It's just on his time for real.
Sorry, a little technical difficulties. We went long. It's been a long pod day, but we're back. I felt like that was a strong place to end it anyways, but you know, destiny has proven myself right once again. Thank you guys for watching. If you're on the YouTube, make sure you like the video, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and definitely check out Sad Boy Radio. Obviously, Matt's a good time. And thank you very much for doing this. I enjoy talking with you, and we're gonna have to hang a little bit. You are kind of antisocial in the club, which I like, but you know, you can come back here and kick it whenever you want.
I don't got much say in the club, man. I'm not gonna talk nobody's ear off for real. I'll just be there trying to drink. I'm there for a reason.
Intent, baby. Yeah. That's what this whole pod's about. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Battle raps cause I've shaken grown men to the point that they can't even face their own friends. That's why they rhyme about jewels, not life, cause the ice on which they skating is so thin. That's what I love about the human soul. It'll usually show when the truth ain't told.